But I think it's mostly an organized religion thing. I mean, I think I never really totally believed anything. And so I think when I use the word deconversion or something, that's not really the case, because there were people who totally believed, or at least partially believed, or at least were raised in that tradition, where I never had any of those things, and doubt has always accompanied everything. And so even saying I don't believe, or I have faith or something, it's always been accompanied with doubt. But anyway, that's what I think. I was just so shocked and amazed that I could actually feel something where I believed it. And I suddenly, this is a week ago I'm talking about, I suddenly just believed that I got a clear perspective on organized religion, that I really firmly believe that it's not at all true. And any of them. And so I kind of feel like spirituality across the board, after all the years of studying and thinking and reflecting and examining the various religious cultures we have, all I see is a very strong psychological urge to give your life meaning, and to have someone there to evade loneliness. And then there's a huge fraction of people who are more interested in just being rewarded or punished, or being immortal as well. So those distinctions are powerful things across the board, no matter what culture you're from, and that's what it is to be human. And so I like that about us and me and all my friends and family, and even many of the Christians that I've met, and many of the people that I've met who have been Christians. They have those urges. And I thought, I had often suspected that was one of their foundations of belief was their very human desire for any number of those things that I just mentioned. But I was suspicious of it. Now it's just something I know, and everything's okay. It's just, it doesn't even change the way, it doesn't strongly change the way I see myself or other people. It changes the way I believe and what I think, and really my interior life is the only thing it really changes, I can imagine. It's just, I can't imagine it changing drastically anything exterior evident. But those are human needs. It's just knowing that they're psychologically impelled or motivated by a psychological desire in our brains, are complex and have many, many things that we desire and really, really want, even beyond language we want, that it doesn't surprise me that religion is so powerful, such a powerful part of human existence. But I like that. I like it about us. And I think a lot of people, there's so much pain if you find out that something's not true, or I've been lied to. It's a big deception throughout the civilizations of the world. I can understand that attitude, and in a way I can respect it, and I just understand it. And although I have my own temptation to be pissed off about that, about why the human race didn't turn out a different way, didn't evolve in a more intelligent fashion. And of course, when people speak lies and do destructive things in the name of religion, I don't have as much heavy baggage. I experience the same emotions, but I don't have the same anger about it. So sometimes I'm tempted to feel more enlightened than somebody else or something like that, but that's not the case. I definitely don't even think that. I mean, I think my personal way of thinking about God and religion was very blunt and not very complex. But I was very honest. I did try to be very honest. And as far as what you mentioned, getting credit. Yeah, right, I dig it. And so that's kind of funky. I really was completely convinced all my good qualities came from God, like I told you. And so it is kind of funny to think, to have that part of it. And of course the responsibility hit me like a ton of bricks in the first moment. I thought, I felt, abandoned. Like, wow, there's no magic. Damn it, there's no magic of prayer. Where's the fucking magic? And so I kind of missed that. But now I look back on my life and I see that it was my way of thinking about it. So if there is a benevolent force, as you had suggested, or somebody who, hears prayers or responds to desire and need, there's some interrelation there. If that exists, and I don't naysay that, I do say openly that I doubt it, but I've got nothing to say it doesn't exist. I don't have any strong feelings about it. If it did, that, like I said, I would need some more time to think about that and to look into that, because of the psychological need for that. But in the meantime, talking about responsibility more openly is, I think my way of looking at religion and God had been really irresponsible. And as a result, I've come to this point in my life where I'm sitting here right now, and it kind of all makes sense now. And I think there's something a little. I think why I'm happy, what accounts for my happiness, is I think I'm a little bit less critical morally of myself. And I think that's cool, and I think it's good and right, because I'm not afraid to be in that position, and I feel responsible enough to be here. And so, because I was extremely critical morally of myself. But you heard that. Every time I sent an email, it's like, I'm sorry I exist, but here's what I think. So, or very critical of me morally. So maybe, and look what that got me. I mean, nothing. My criticism didn't yield like a better character development. It's just a question of responsibility, so I'm digging it. And there are sadnesses, and there's it's not all good feelings, but it's a fundamental good feeling, where it changes how I feel about my existence all the time, and brings back the questions of what is existence. And so I'm like, awesome. It's good. It's not just for your 20s. You can also think about your existence later on in life. And so that's what I want to do. But anyway, I love sharing this with you, though, and I'm glad. I do feel like you're the one who would understand in this position. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get this up so you can look at my thoughts. Okay. Anyway, thanks for the interaction on Facebook. Thank you for that.